In this video, I'm going to show you how we got an ATV inside of the helicopter in ground war. Now, it's not as simple as you may think, so I'm going to walk you through all the steps we took to figure it out, starting with acquiring an ATV and a helicopter. Now, obviously, I can't do this alone, so I recruited Cyber and Kim to help me achieve my dream of getting a small vehicle inside of a large vehicle, just like the good old days. We started things off simple and just tried to get Cyber to land the helicopter so that I could just drive it in the back. The issue we came across with this is that anytime I tried to drive into the back, I would hit an invisible wall, which would send the helicopter flying into the air. We tried this many times at varying speeds, even using different vehicles, but it never seemed to work out for us. The helicopter was always sent into the air while being damaged. So our next idea was to put the ATV at the back of the helicopter. Well, someone else went and got a tank to push the ATV in. During all this, we would have someone sitting in the helicopter so that no one would spawn in and fly away with it, which we didn't know at the time was actually our main issue, but we'll get to that. After trying to push in the ATV with the tank, we realized the same thing was happening. The helicopter kept getting pushed into the air, so we even tried parking the helicopter on different slopes. That way we were more jumping the ATV or whatever vehicle into the back of the helicopter, and once again, that was not working. This is when we decided to give up on ground war and actually go into the DMZ mode, because when you go to extract, one of these helicopters lands, allowing you to hop inside of it or drive inside of it. After calling in the extract and bringing the ATV over, we were actually able to get the ATV inside of this helicopter. It was a little buggy, and it did seem like the game was pushing back, not wanting us to get this inside of the helicopter, but eventually it worked. So after the helicopter took off, we were able to drive out the back with the ATV, and it was pretty cool. But we weren't finished there. After learning it was possible to get an ATV into the back of this helicopter, we decided to go get another ATV and try to put it in the back of a cargo truck. And although that is possible, you can't drive anywhere once it's in the back. It's very broken, which is disappointing, but it was pretty funny. After we got this ATV back to the extract, this is where I learned something very important for getting vehicles into the helicopter. We were at the extract with another friendly team who decided to not kill us and just watch me struggle to get this four-wheeler into the back of the helicopter, and I kept hitting this invisible wall until eventually I tried getting out as I was hitting the wall, and this allowed the ATV to go right inside. It didn't allow me to drive any farther though, and once the helicopter flew far enough, I did fall out the back. After learning this very important trick of jumping out of the vehicle when hitting the wall, I tried putting an even bigger vehicle in there, the LTV. And I was actually able to get it wedged in the back. Once it was in the helicopter and I was in it, I was not able to get back out. But the helicopter did lift it off the ground. Once we got high enough in the helicopter, every single tire on the LTV blew up and we were sent back to the ground instantly. With everything we've learned from the DMZ mode, we decided to go back into ground war and try our luck again. After eventually getting into a game where we were able to get an ATV and a helicopter, I was able to pull off the trick and get it into the back. But I'm not sure if it's because I was jumping out as we were hitting the invisible wall, or if it was mainly because nobody was driving the helicopter while I was attempting to get in the back. So the most important thing is that nobody is flying the helicopter. Now that we have the ATV in the back, we decided to try and take off so that I could drive out of the back in cinematic fashion, and then this happened. Alright Kim, start flying.
Are you sure we
We're
want to?
airdropping. Yes, let's go. They won't
Okay.
expect it. Oh!
Oh,
Oh, did you just...
It turns out if you have an ATV in the back of the helicopter and you try to take off, the helicopter is going to freak out and then blow up. So it doesn't seem like it's actually useful. This is pretty sad news, but hey, it is pretty cool that you can get it in there at all. And maybe we're just bad pilots. So I highly recommend you try this out for yourself and let me know how it goes. A huge thank you to Cyber and Kim for helping me out with this video, and thank all of you for watching. Have a good one, everybody. So that's what that looks like.